Hello, beautiful. Over the weekend, and in this past few weeks, a lot of us have been making quantum leaps in our consciousness and our evolution. And a lot of people may not even be aware that that's what's happening to them. It may feel like their life is completely falling apart and that there are things coming up that they don't know how to deal with, or that are really heavy. And like, as I have said recently, I made a video where I was talking about how a lot of shadow work is coming up for us. So a lot of things are coming up for us that are being dislodged from our field, and a lot of us are clearing ancestral things. A lot of us are connecting to our ancestors and are connecting to our higher aspects of our being. And so you may notice that in your everyday life you might become aware of your other multidimensional self. So you may become aware of yourself being in a different plane and having a different existence, and at the same time become aware of the fact that you're here. And so that's what it's happening to a lot of us, is that we are aware of the fact that we're multidimensional, and we're becoming aware of all our other lives and other places. And that may be a little bit surprising at first, and it can even be a little disconcerting, but it is something that we can adjust to, and it's something that's going to progress even further as we move on, and it'll start to happen to more and more people. And so for those people that are going through that dark night of the soul, or that are going through some intense shadow work, just know that it doesn't last forever, and that you will get through this. Make sure that you ask for some support from those around you, and make sure that you ask for support from within. So you ask support from your higher self, from your soul, from your heart, right? And realize that that aspect of you is wanting you to get through this, is rooting for you, is cheering you on, is celebrating you. And you can always look to that aspect of yourself to answer any questions, or to assist you in any way, to know what steps you need to take, to receive any guidance that you may be looking for. Instead of just looking outside, you can ask yourself, where do I need to go? And you'll notice that your self will guide you in many different ways. It may not always be really obvious. Sometimes it'll guide you in ways where you'll stumble across an article, or someone will call you and mention something to you, or you'll just have like an idea, like a brief idea that will come. And that's why I've talked about before why it's so important for us to be present, and for us to be able to meditate, so that we can also quiet our mind enough so that we can hear the guidance that we're receiving. What's also happening is that, as I've said, that there's some shadow work that's coming up. There's a lot of things that are coming up for humanity, and the way that I've heard someone else say it is that there's a reckoning that's taking place. And so a lot of the things that were in the shadow, that were hidden, that we try to move away from, or that we try to cover up, are now coming up to the surface. And it's been happening for a while, but it's just intensifying. Everything is intensifying. And so that's why this is a time for us to be more focused on our self-care, be focused on any changes that we need to make, focus on meditating, focus on us taking care of ourselves, and doing the things that we all knew that we need to do in order to feel better, in order to move through whatever energies are coming our way. The sun did calm down a little bit, but we're still getting a lot of energy coming from the sun. So I think we've had over 100 flares, probably like 110 flares since the beginning of May, 10 flares. And so there's still some activity, but it has calmed down. And just because it calms down doesn't mean that the energy dissipates. There's energies coming at us from beyond the sun, from other places that are also having an effect on us. And so if you're feeling that, and you're feeling just heavy, or you're feeling like you need support, sometimes those are the times that humble us enough for us to be able to go and ask for help. So I want to tell you all that I'm so proud of you, that you are all so brave for being here and for doing what you're doing, that you are so admired, and that you are so celebrated. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.